nervous.
I know, I'm like, what do I do?
Hey everybody, welcome to the Rock Solid Give Me Some Time podcast, where you can get an interview based around what we experience at Rock Solid Wednesday, or hear from a student or volunteer, and stay informed in what's coming up at Rock Solid Youth Ministries here at Stone Still. We will continue to have our producer, Gavin Gaff, and executive producer, Matt Gaff, join us to help us record and process our podcast. Tonight, we are recording right after Wednesday night youth. That's why it's so chaotic in the background here, but we thought it'd be a neat, organic experience. And we are joining us. We have none other than Brooke Lindsay with us today, or tonight. Tell us about yourself, Brooke.
Yeah, so I am a senior at East Noble High School, and I volunteer here on the worship team on Wednesday nights, and just really enjoy getting to be involved in the youth. Some of my passions are music, playing piano, singing, and I also enjoy sports. I play tennis and gymnastics outside of church, so yeah.
Now, Brooke, you go to East Noble, and you live in Albion, but yet you go to church in the West Noble School District here in Ligonier. What's that like for you to come from outside the community to be part of this community?
Yeah, so it's actually really cool because I think it's all about perspective, but just like knowing people from each community, like I have my school community and then I have my church community, and so I've made a lot of connections with, made friends at West Noble, and then I have East Noble, and living in Albion, I have Central Noble too, so that's been kind of neat to just build relationships throughout the county, so.
We were just sort of blessed by so many surrounding communities and school systems, and really appreciate what's going on there, and really appreciate your involvement as always. Brooke is a huge reason why we are doing this podcast. Can you tell a little bit more about your vision?
Yeah, so for a few years now, I've had this dream to start my own podcast, and just have kind of been waiting for the right time to do it, but this is an opportunity to kind of like ease into it, I guess.
Yeah.
So, but as far as like what a podcast is and what it means to me, I really just have a heart for sharing with people near and far, and I think a podcast is a great way to do that, to reach people who are close to you, but also you never know who's going to hear it, and so I think that's really cool.
That's so good. I don't know who's going to hear it. That's really good. I really appreciate that. So, Brooke, tonight we had youth-led worship, and so blessed to be part of that. What goes in to offering that experience to the youth here on a Wednesday night?
Yeah, so we practice once a week and kind of just invite anyone who wants to be a part of it to join, and really just love having different music abilities and the passion from lots of different people come together and just help lead. So yeah, we put a lot of work into it, but in the end it's just to glorify God, and on Wednesday nights we just show up and hope to bring everyone else together and to worship. So
I'm on Brooke's Remind app, and every once in a while I get this little cheery reminder about practice coming up and that kind of thing. I just appreciate her leadership so much. Tonight we had, we are in our third week concerning our Manners Matter series. We did introductions at first, and then we did dating last week. And it's a lot of it is about teaching a life skill that's also coupled with some kind of a spiritual skill as well, a spiritual life skill, to advance our relationship with Jesus Christ, but also how to be a witness to others in effective ways. Tonight we focus a little bit more on why purity matters in our talk and also in our small groups. What do you find challenging, or maybe something that may resonate with your spirit in small groups?
Yeah, so we touched on a few different things, but the thing that stood out to me most was purity, like in thoughts. One of the questions was a situation that you might have put yourself in where you like regretted it, and our group kind of had trouble coming up with like a specific time that we ended up in a situation, but then we kind of started talking about the thought side of it, and just in our own personal life, like through social media, through TV, just like those kind of things, and how what we read, what we listen to, how that influences our thoughts, and like just trying to guard against that in that way too, and how that can be difficult. So
Yeah, so many times when we talk about purity, we think about about dating and understanding about sex and that kind of thing. But it really it translates to every aspect of our life, really, whether it be who we connect with socially, or the way we do family, or what happens on social media, or the way we lead or support other people. Yeah. I'm trying. Let's see. Just finishing up, I guess I just want to thank Brooke for joining us. And in upcoming, it sounds like we have quite a few youth in upcoming weeks as well to meet with us. And I really appreciate you being the first one upon our maiden voyage here. And just a few updates coming down the road pertaining to Rock Solid Youth Ministries and different calendar events. This Sunday we have Answers to Genesis that will be starting at 8:45 during their equipping hour. We have Donuts and Friends earlier in the morning. We have the ARC trip coming up on March 30th and 31st. Various concerts coming up. We're looking at Sidewalk Prophets on March 8th. In April, we have Corey Asbury, and then also May, we're looking at going to see Lecrae down in Noblesville. And then we also have a spring break service event scheduled as well to those that aren't going to Cancun or Florida. And look forward to talking with you guys next week and meeting with you. Have a great week, everyone. And remember, challenge others to stay pure in every aspect of their life. And in the future, our podcast can be listened to and watched on YouTube, but also listened to on Spotify, Apple, the radio, and other places you can listen to your podcasts. Thanks again, everybody. Good seeing you.